Sounds good.
Hopefully the anthem will not be underway when we come on the air.
Yeah, I hope not either.
But we're going to talk anyway, so.
Should the backup plan be just let the anthem play?
Guys, what do you want to do? If the anthem's on, do we talk or do we let the anthem go? Okay. It just depends if it's a slow or a long anthem. It could be a quick one. Well, I hear it pretty good.
I mean, you tell me now, because I remember last year they got mad.
Yeah, I know.
There's some people who got mad at us for
No,
talking
listen.
during the anthem.
No, we won't talk.
All right. I'm going to push my mic out to the side so we can hear it better.
Will there be a light out there when it gets dark? I didn't know if there was a light up on top.
There is a light up here, but I'm not sure what the lighting's going to look like.
Yeah, we're going to be right in the middle of the. We're what, a minute out?
No, we might be good.
I got 6:59.
What's our timing, Sean? I think we're good. I think we're good.
30 seconds out.
We may not be.
It'd be kind of cool if we get a little bit of the anthem.
That's fine. I'll stick my mic out.
It's going to be over. Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas. We're live at Cavaniss Field. It's week 5 of the high school football season, and we got you a special TV telecast tonight. The Carroll Tigers opening their season against the London Pirates. Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm Alan Harwell. Jeff Dubroff joins us also tonight. He'll be here to give us his expert commentary. Jeff, so excited to have you on the cast tonight, and aren't you excited? The 5As are playing football now.
Alan, it's about time. We had 4 weeks of great 4A and below. Finally, we get the rest of the football teams from the Coastal Bend taking the field, starting with Carroll and London tonight. We cannot wait.
All right, everybody wants to know, Jeff, Carroll comes in their first game of the year. For London, it's their 4th game. London is off to a really good start. They're 2-1. Do you think London has a big advantage coming into this game?
I mean, how can you not look at it as a somewhat of it and as an advantage? 3 games already under their belt this year. Well, as you mentioned it, Carroll playing their first game of the season. There's going to be some jitters, especially for the first-year varsity players. You know, stepping out onto, in this case, the Thursday night lights. London's going to be a little more composed. We'll see if Juan Rodriguez can kind of remind his guys, look, we're just coming out to play a football game tonight.
All right, there's going to be a lot of great storylines to this game tonight, and we'll touch on many of those throughout this ball game. The first big storyline, of course, is the fact that London's a 3A school. They've only been around 9 years. This is the first time they've ever played a 5A school. So tonight they're making history. And for Coach Juan Rodriguez, he begins his 3rd year now with the Tigers, still looking for his first win. So I know there's a lot on the line. A lot of firsts can happen tonight.
Absolutely. You know what's funny, Alan? Remember back, what was it, May, when we were there for the UIL realignment, and you saw coaches running around looking for teams to play, and then this happened. Just goes to show how easily they could reschedule games and schedule new games now, because we mentioned they were just looking for teams to play. London and Carroll got this on the books, but you're right. Big night for Carroll. Let's see if they can come out, start the season on a high note, getting their first win in 2 years.
All right. Well, of course, one of the big stories has been the COVID-19. How has it affected the teams and preparation? And for tonight, they've also changed the way they do the coin toss. They tossed the coin about actually 30 minutes ago, and London won the toss, and they want the ball, and I like that. I'm old-fashioned. If I'm going to win the toss, I want the ball. It's just something psychologically about getting on the scoreboard first. So London will get the ball to start this game. You see the Carroll Tigers in their light powder blue uniforms. They got new helmets this year. They have a new logo. They've got the T on there. I like it. It looks good. And for the London Pirates, they've got the nice white pants, the white shirt. Kind of remind me, Jeff, of the Aggies from a few years back.
Just a little bit. Those white stripes, or the maroon stripes, rather, on the shoulders. They look good. 2 good uniforms tonight.
All right, so the Carroll Tigers are going to kick it off to start this ball game, and their season is underway. And it's a short kick, and London looks like they're going to start around their 25-yard line. So good special teams early on for the Carroll Tigers.
And Alan, here comes maybe the best player on the football field tonight. It's senior Ty Leonard, the quarterback for London. Look, if you were able to catch the highlights from when they played Robstown, he is unbelievable at improvising, does a lot on his feet, and finds his receivers open. His favorite receiver, Alan, Danye Castaneda, another senior. Look for that to be a connection all night long if they can find it.
I talked to Danye earlier this week, and he was super excited to play this game tonight, and let's see what happens. So here come the Pirates. They're going to start out at their own 25-yard line. 1st and 10 now. Let's see what they do. They're a multiple offense. They like to throw. They like to run. Oh, big hit there by the Carroll Tigers. Number 14, Adrian Benavides.
Yeah, and obviously a missed block there on the bubble screen. It all depends on the crackback by Pearson Gonzalez. Looks like he just didn't read it right, and a nice hit. Good defense to start the game, Alan.
Well, it's a loss of 3, so it's going to make it 2nd and 13 now for the Pirates. Watched the Pirates a couple of weeks ago against a very good Orange Grove team, and they look good. That was their only loss of the year so far. So here we go, 2nd and 13. It's the pitch, and around the left side, and we're going to pick up about 12 yards, very, very close to that first down. That's Benny Hernandez, number 19. I'm sorry, I apologize. That is number 19, Zach Bolich for London.
And this is an offense, Alan. I mean, much like the offenses that we see nowadays, no huddle, fast tempo. They're going to try to wear out the Carroll defense, and that's where this experience of already playing 3 games is going to come into effect.
All right, 3rd down now for London. Opening drive of this football game. And Ty Leonard is going to take it himself. He's going to get the first down. He's going to get more all the way down to the 41-yard line. They'll move those chains.
Nice thing about Ty, you saw it there, Alan. A nice little juke, saw the pressure, didn't panic, gets the first down.
So the Carroll Tigers will have to wait a little bit longer to get the ball for the first time. And again, this is a Carroll team that has not won a ball game in over 2 years. You know they're excited to finally get that off their back tonight. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 now for the Pirates. And the quarterback, Leonard, is rolling left, throws, and it is complete. Up to around the 49-yard line, going to be just a little bit shy of a first down, and that reception was made by number 8, Preston Caslis. Again, twins on this football team, Jeff.
Twins, and not only are they good football players, excellent basketball players, especially Preston. He was a 3-point ace last year on that basketball team.
All right, so it is enough for a first down. So it's 1st and 10 now for the Pirates. They've taken this opening drive, and they've driven it about 25, 26 yards so far. And it's the handoff to Mason Airsby, and nice stop there by the Tigers.
You kind of see Carroll loading the box just a little bit, Alan. Let's see if Robbie Moreno pulls something out of his sleeve. Maybe some play action goes deep to the big Danye Castaneda if he's in the game.
Robbie Moreno, he's a story in itself, the coach of London. He's the only coach that London's ever had. They've had football now for 9 years. They've played UIL football for 7. They're coming off their best season ever. A year ago, they won the district title and won 9 games. A lot of those players are back, including the quarterback, Leonard, who throws wide open, is number 4. That's Coben Escheret, and he is inside to about the 35-yard line. Another first down for London.
And, you know, the Carroll defense was set up there. They only had 6 guys in the box, and they had 3 guys on the strong side. Just a nice play, really easy, nice and slow. And Ty Leonard, he's experienced. He's going to find those receivers open in the flats.
All right, Egbert on the catch there. And again, that'll move the chains. And If you're just joining us, we're in the first quarter. It's 9:40 to play in the first. We're scoreless. And it's another run for London, and they're down to about the 31-yard line is where they'll probably mark them out of bounds, and that is number 19, Zach Bulich again on the carry.
You know, Alan, I think a lot of the times when we think about wide receivers, we think about their ability to catch the football. Obviously, that's their main job. But, you know, what is so underrated is the pass blocking, or the run blocking, rather, excuse me. And you're seeing it there from each of their receivers doing a really good job of just holding their man up.
All right, so it's a pickup of 4. It's 2nd and 6 now for London. And the clock is stopped with 9:29 to play here in the first period. Leonard makes the handoff. He'll take it himself, and he'll get it down. Got a couple of yards out of it, so it's going to be another 3rd down for London.
Intrigued to see what they do here, Alan. I have to imagine this is going to be a 4-down territory here, no matter what happens.
All right, so 3rd down. 3rd down and about 2. This is where Leonard likes to keep the ball. We'll see. He's got 2 runners in the backfield. And he'll hand it off to number 3. That's Arisby, and he's going to pick up the 1st down and more, and they'll move the chains again.
More good blocking there, especially by the tight end. They went on the trip side. Just easy movement there.
Arisby with a nice cover, nice carry there, and that'll move the ball down to about the 22-yard line. Thursday night football. You're watching Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas here, live from Cabinets Field. First game at Cabinets this year, so. All right, this time Leonard will roll left. He'll throw, got a man, and he slips. Incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd and 10 now.
And that time, Kazelis just kind of slipped on the comeback route. It was there. He had his receiver beat, but slipped. 2nd down now.
I was talking with Coach Moreno earlier today. He said, man, I'm nervous. We're playing a 5A school. We've never done this before. And he had to convince his players that that man for man, they can play with Carroll. And so far they have. All right, 2nd and 10 now. And the handoff. And trying to get around that left side. Nothing there. Nice tackle by the Tigers D. That's number 14. Adrian Benavides again on the stop for Carroll.
And Benavides, Allen, is a guy you're going to want to keep an eye on. You know, a senior on this team, one of the leaders on the defense, and a great job there by the linebacking core on the left side to stay home. That was almost kind of a reverse with the play fake on the jet sweep. Really nice job just staying home, not getting fooled.
So London is faced with yet another 3rd down situation. They've had 4 so far on this drive, and they've converted each and every time. This time it's going to be 3rd and 11 on the Carroll 23-yard line. Leonard, the quarterback, rolls right, looking, got a man. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to get the 1st down and more, and he's down to about the 10-yard line. Good run there by Leonard to pick up another London Pirate 1st down.
And what did I say? If he can't do it with his arm, he's going to do it with his feet. He is so dangerous out in the open field. I mean, great improvisation there to get a nice juke. And he's got this team moving, Alan. Ty Leonard, when you're a senior like that, nothing phases you.
All right, so they pick up yet another 1st down on 3rd down conversion. Clock continues to run, 7:33 here in the first period. London with the ball. This is the first possession of the game. And we're going to get inside for London, inside the 5, all the way down to about the 3-yard line. That is number 25, Jacob Charles.
That was the counter play there, Alan. You know, big 64 Bryce Marshall around. When you're able to follow him, that is a big man leading the way, and he's a great offensive tackle in this region, and that was a great play call.
All right, we have a timeout called right now. We get 7:13 to play here in the first period. We'll keep it right here. London facing 2nd and 4, and they have driven this ball from their 25-yard line. Carroll just itching to get the ball for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Alan, this is, a methodical drive, multiple 3rd down conversions. You're about to eat up 5 minutes of the first quarter in this drive, and, you know, that puts a lot of pressure on the Carroll offense. All of a sudden, you're down 7-0, 5 minutes off the clock, maybe more, depending on what happens here. Maybe it forces Carroll to rush things on offense. London has them right where they want them early, and, I mean, it is early, but London looking very good so far, not rushing anything, and Ty Leonard really has led this drive to near perfection.
All right, 2nd and goal now. Ball on the 4-yard line. They've had a chance to talk it over. And usually when Leonard gets the ball, he's not really a drop-back passer. He likes to roll out. And look at him there. He's rolling out to the right-hand side. Look, he doesn't have anybody open. He's just going to have to throw it away. Nice pursuit there by the Carroll D.
And we're going to get a holding here, Alan. That's going to be 10 yards. I believe it was Bryce Marshall.
All right, we'll see if we can pick that up here in just a moment.
But you called it there, Alan. On a play like that, Ty Leonard, not normally a drop-back passer. As we said, he likes to do it a lot with his feet.
All right, that's going to push him back 10 yards.
That was actually Connor West.
All right, we have 2nd and goal now from the 14-yard line. Clock winding, 6:58 left here in the first period. Leonard this time looking, throws, has a man. That's Caslis, touchdown for London. They put it in the end zone, and they strike first.
Perfect play and a great slant route there run by Preston Caslis. Beats him off the inside shoulder, and all there. It's all about looking the ball into your hands. Did it there. A very nice comeback play after the holding call.
Preston Caslis, just a sophomore, so they're going to get him for 3 years.
Imagine that. What an asset.
Yeah, as you said, basketball player playing football, staying in shape. This is a good way to stay in shape.
Great
This
way.
is a good angle of the extra point. Oh, man, it hits the upright, bounces back, and it's no good. So Tigers get a break a little bit there. So here we are now, 6:49 to play here in the first period, and London strikes first. They got the early 6-0 lead, and when we come back, Carroll will get the ball for the first time this year. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Thomas J. Henry. Game night South Texas live from Cabinets Field. London Pirates drove 75 yards to take the early 6-0 lead after they missed the extra point. Now the kickoff, and the Tigers will take it from their own end zone. And here we go, out to the 10, 15, and around the 20. And he'll be stopped at the 21-yard line. Alan Harwell with Jeff Dubroff, in case you just joined us. This is Game Night South Texas live on KDF and streaming on ChrisTV.com. Jeff, good to have you with us tonight.
Alan, always a pleasure. I think we're going to get a block in the back penalty. You saw the side judge throw it in from about the 40-yard line. Interested to see hear what he saw. But they are moving the ball back. I think it was a block in the back penalty. Alan, the two guys I think we got to keep an eye on here for Carroll. Gabriel Garza, he's been the quarterback for a long time. He's only a junior, which just goes to show the experience he's had, and it was a holding. But the other guy, Alan, Jaden Smith, he's a senior. He's been on this team for 3 years. He is going to be a very dangerous asset out of the backfield. Watch out for him to make the big plays for this team tonight and this year.
All right, this is going to be the first play of the year for the Carroll Tigers. They've been waiting patiently to finally start their season, and here they go on offense. First down from their own 11-yard line. And like you said, it's Gabriel Garza at quarterback. He's been very good, and he's got some more experience. Let's see what he does. He's going to come out and throw deep on the very first play, and it's a catch, number 88. That's a nice pass and a nice catch there by Ben Sandoval, another sophomore. Nice catch.
Landing right in the breadbasket, starting the season off on a high note there. Great play. Couldn't have put it in a better spot. A lot of young players on this team, Alan.
I was at practice on Wednesday. I saw him run that play. It looked good. I mean, they were working on it hard. All right, across the middle. Oh, in and out of the hands.
Obviously
And
just missed him there on his back shoulder. Already, though, I mean, look at the demeanor of Gabriel Garza. This is a guy who's been starting for this team at quarterback for 3 years, or this is going to be his third year. You can just tell the demeanor, the moxie that he already has, the confidence of leading this offense, trying to get them a win.
all right, 6:19 to play here in the first period. Carroll with the ball now, 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. And we got a flag on the play. Somebody move early, looked like.
Yeah, it did. That's going to be big. This is going to be the one thing that we always talk about, discipline on the football field. How disciplined will this Carroll team be? Already a holding and a false start, 15 yards worth of penalties. Early game, see if they can fix those mistakes. Those are going to be drive killers.
Those are the things that Coach Juan Rodriguez and I, we talked about that before the ball game. He said, we just got to limit penalties. We got the guys that can do it. They know what to do, but we just got to limit penalties early on. There's going to be a lot of mistakes in a first game. All right, so now 2nd and 15. Garza out. That's Sandoval again. Nice catch, and he keeps running. He's up to about the 42-yard line. Nice pickup by the Tigers.
And that was a lot there by Ben Sandoval. A couple of missed blocks, but it actually worked out in his favor. Nice little juke inside-out action to get 10 yards.
Now they needed that. Make things a little bit easier here on 3rd down and about 5. Definitely a manageable conversion. We saw London convert 4 of these on their opening drive. Let's see if the Tigers can convert here on their 3rd down possession. And it's Sandoval again, but man, just nowhere to go. He's bottled up at about the 41-yard line, so he may have lost a yard. So the Tigers are going to be faced with 4th and long, and they're going to have to pump the ball away here.
Yeah, the screen to the short side of the field, it works sometimes, but you have to make sure those guys are getting out there on their blocks. Weren't able to hold on for as long as they wanted to. I mean, you saw it earlier. Ben Sandoval was able to pull it off. Not sure there.
All right, so London should get good field position now on their 2nd possession if Carroll kicks it. You never know. Coach Rodriguez said they got a few tricks up their sleeve tonight, so let's see what they plan on doing right here. They'll kick it standing on about his own 27-yard line. They're going to need a good kick here. And that ball is going to land. We're not going to have a return here. That's a good roll. That ball is going to go all the way down to about the 26-yard line. So that's almost the exact same spot where London started their opening drive. And remember, they went 75 yards, made it look pretty easy. They missed the extra point, and they currently lead 6-0. 4:35 to play here in the first period. Opening night for the Carroll Tigers. And boy, Jeff, it was hard for them to watch all the other schools 4 and below play for a whole month.
Had to have been for everyone, Alan. I mean, especially now when you're looking across the other side where a team's already played 3 games. I have to imagine they're just excited to be out there right now.
All right, so here come the Pirates. 1st and 10. And Leonard across the middle. Oh, in and out of the hands of number 4, Corbin Egbert.
Lucky that wasn't intercepted.
He's a big, tall guy. Yeah, you're right. Just quite couldn't connect. I like the call. Just couldn't quite connect. So London, this is a team we talked about that won 9 games a year ago, their best season ever, won the district championship, and they have just as high hopes to do it again this year. And Coach Moreno said, boy, these non-district games are so important. Here's a handoff to number 12. That's Danye Castaneda, and he picks up good yardage. That's a 1st down for the Pirates.
There he is. The speed of Castaneda, you're going to see him when they can throw him deep on some fly routes, but you see it there on a jet sweep, and he finds the hole and just bursts through it. Great play.
Again, he's a young man that we featured earlier this week on Chris 6 Sports, and he talked about the fact that he's getting the ball more this year. They've opened up the playbook a little bit more. So all these guys you see out here that are split out, we got 3 split out left. We got 1 to the right. They're all going to see the football this year. Is that a direct snap?
Yeah, no, that was just
Okay, that was Leonard.
Intrigued to see how Carroll responds here, Alan. They had an opportunity 3-4 times last drive to be able to stop him on 3rd down. Weren't able to.
The only live action Carroll's had this year so far was, of course, the scrimmage last Friday night. They took on Ray over at Buck Stadium. So You know there's got to be a few jitters there, here and there. 2nd and 2 now. And they're going to pick up yet another first down. It's going to be close. It looked like that he was going to get that first down for a bit. That's Zach Volich again.
That was a great block, though, by Mason Arispe, the running back. Really nice block.
All right, they do get the first down. So, man, they're eating up that clock again. 3:10 and counting here in the first period. This is exactly what the Pirates wanted to do. Run the clock, keep the ball away from the Tigers. And another handoff here. And it's another good pickup of at least 5. That is number 3, Mason Arispe. This reminds me a little bit of Rockport last Friday night. They were just, they were getting 4 or 5 yards of play and always setting up 3rd and short. And that's exactly what London has done so far here on this drive.
That was a great game last week, Alan. People
it really
are still talking about it.
This is a good spot to maybe throw the ball deep on 2nd and 5. Instead, it's going to be Leonard who's going to keep the ball. A great pickup down the right sideline. I don't know if they're going to get him. Yes, he is going to be run out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. A big pickup there for the quarterback, senior Ty Leonard.
So, Alan, the danger of having a quarterback like Ty Leonard who can do everything, legs, arm, is that they can't put 7 in the box. If they stack the box like that, they're just going to they're going to get beat with his arm. And his improvisation skills are so great that when they stack six to try to keep him from passing, he just burns him with his legs.
All right, so 1st and 10 now. They're on the Carroll 14-yard line. And they go back to the run and down to about see where they mark forward progress. That's number 3, Marin Arispe, and picked up a couple of yards.
Intrigued to see if they let Ty Leonard just kind of throw the football, roll out to his right, and see what he can get with his 2 receivers and the Gonzalez's.
All right, going to be 2nd and 7 now. They can get a first down without scoring. London on their 2nd possession of the game. They scored on their opening drive, missed the extra point. There's 2:02 to play here in the first period. And there's that pass play you were talking about, Jeff. Nice catch down to about the 5-yard line.
And it all comes down to this again, Alan. Is Carroll going to decide to put 7, 8 in the box and force them to throw the ball? Or are they going to put 5, 6 and make Ty Leonard do it with his legs or hand it off to one of his running backs? It's just pick your poison. That's how he looks so far. He looks great to start the game.
That time it was Pearson Caslis. And up the middle, first down. Did he get in? And no, he did not. He's got to be right there on about the goal line. That's going to be a first down. They're going to mark it at about the 1.5-yard line?
Looks to be about the 2.
All right. So we're looking at 1st and goal. 1:20 and counting for London. Ooh, nice hit there by the Tigers.
Yeah, there they brought 2 linebackers coming in. They knew they were going to run the ball up the middle. Have to imagine Moreno decides to move the box out to the right or the left here. Allow Ty Leonard to improvise.
Coach Robbie Moreno calling out the play here. 47 seconds and counting. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Let's see if Leonard calls his own number, and he will. And he'll get stacked up. Boy, there's simply no room to run, and they may have lost a yard, Jeff.
This is what I'm talking about here. All of a sudden, head coach Juan Rodriguez, he's having his defense with 7, 8 in the box. It's going to be much harder to run up the middle. He's saying, look, try to beat me on the outside, but you're not going to beat me up the middle.
I'm a little surprised that London has not gone outside on either 1st or 2nd down.
That's where they've gotten all the first downs tonight. And they're going to just let the first quarter run out.
Yeah, 13 seconds left. They're gonna wind it down. So they actually lost a yard there on 2nd. So it's now 3rd and goal from their own 3. When we come back, they'll have the ball at the 3-yard line as they try to score again. You're watching Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas live from Cavanis Field. We're back with more right after this. Welcome back to Cavadas Field. You're watching Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas, live from Cavadas Field. And situation is London's got the ball 3rd and 3. Actually, it's 3rd and goal. And Kaslis is going to roll out, and he is looking, throws, and, oh, man, almost a nice catch in the corner of the end zone. And the Tigers played some pretty good defense there too, Jeff. So it's 4th down. Let's see if London's going to roll the dice or not.
I cannot see why they wouldn't here. Own 3-yard line. Worst thing that happens is that Carroll's going to start with the ball deep in their own field, in their own territory. But we saw it there, Alan. They finally rolled Ty Leonard out, let him work in space, see what he could do. Almost came up big.
This has been a great defensive stand by the Tigers. Remember, London had it 1st and goal at the 1.5-yard line, and they haven't been able to move the ball at all. All right, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it here. Up 6-0 here in the 2nd period. It's Leonard back looking, rolls left. There's nobody open in the end zone, and, oh, nice catch.
We're going to get a holding in the backfield, that's for sure. Did he drop that, Alan? I couldn't see.
I couldn't tell either. He was in the back corner of the end zone. I don't know if we have a replay of that or not.
He did drop it. I think they're going to call holding on the offense, and Carroll's going to get the ball. Great goal line stand.
It has been. This has been huge for Carroll. Had 3 guys on the receiver. There just simply was nobody open.
There you go.
All right. So the Carroll Tigers, their big highlight of the night so far. Their defense here holding London when they had 1st and goal from about the 2-yard line, and they are not able to get in. Carroll will now take over on about their 3-yard line with 11:52 to play here. Let's see if the Tigers can put together a nice drive. Again, quarterback Gabriel Garza leading the charge here for the Tigers, their 2nd possession of the game. And he's going to hand it off, and there's not much room there, maybe about a yard, maybe up to about the 4.5-yard line. Always dangerous territory, Jeff, when you're back on your old goal line.
Well, that's one of the reasons why you have to think London win for it. The worst-case scenario is that Carroll was going to start the ball on their own 3-yard line. And if they're able to force a 3-and-out, they're going to potentially get the ball in Carroll territory.
Gain of about 1.5 yards, so we'll make it 2nd and a long 8. Again, Gabriel Garza at quarterback in the shotgun. And he'll hand it off and get it out to about maybe the 6-yard line. Some tough running there.
Once you get to the 10-yard line, just a little bit of breathing room does wonders. Not having the shadow of your own goalpost looming down on you.
All right, this is a big play for the Tigers. 3rd down and about 3. They want to keep this drive alive. You don't want to give the ball back to London and give them good field position. Garza with the handoff, and
I don't think you got it.
Not.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know. I had some tough running, some great running there.
What an effort.
Sylvester Hardiman. I had a chance to talk to him on Wednesday. He was certainly fired up for this game. And let's see. Did they give it to him?
They did.
They did. All right, 1st down for the Tigers. So they get out of the shadow of their own goal post. 1st down from their own 15-yard line. Another handoff. And really no room to run. This time, that was Garza keeping it himself. No huddle. Kind of a hurry up, kind of a semi, called, I guess, a semi hurry up here. Might see Carroll put it up in the air this time. We'll see.
Have to imagine they'll try to do something one-on-one on the outside, but there's Preston Gonzalez playing both sides of the ball, Allen, on the corner nearest to us. See if they hit him one-on-one.
All right, let's see what happens here. Garza back, going deep, got a man, number 10, wide. Oh, man, just a little overthrown. Andre Sanders, he's the guy who's been advertised as the man that can go get the football, and that time just a tad overthrown. It was a good call.
Yeah, it was. If that's caught, that's a touchdown. Andre Sanders has speed, and he had Preston Kozlos beat by about 2 yards. That was a great play. Was a good throw. Just missed him.
All right, so third down again for the Tigers. Third and long. Let's see if they dial up another long pass play. Garza back, looking. He's a left-hander. He'll take off, and he's got a chance. He's going to get that first down and more. They got down to the 25, down to about the 28. First down for the Tigers. It's a big pickup, and they'll move those chains. So like Ty Leonard for London, Garza showing his legs for Carroll. And you see the clock rolling, 8:59. This is the Tigers, only their second possession of the football game. London has dominated time of possession in this game. First and 10 for their own 28-yard line. Carroll is moving the ball. They started from their own 3. Garza back looking, going down that right side, got a man.
Oh,
nice.
What a grab.
Really was, down to about the 49-yard line for the Carroll Tigers. And again, that was Ben Sandoval. He's already got 2 or 3 catches tonight. So
the reason that play was able to happen, though, Sylvester Hardiman, great pickup on the blitz, great block.
All right, they want to go deep again. Couldn't find anybody, but Garza's going to throw the ball, and there's nobody there. A little overthrown.
See, that seemed to have forced it, but another great block by Hardiman. If I'm Garza there, run the football. You had about 5-6 yards. Take that rather than throwing across your body into a risky situation.
Yeah, it looked like he had some room to run. 8:19 to play here in the first period. London leading 6-0. Carroll with the ball for only the second time tonight. And they're faced now with 2nd and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Garza's going to hand it off. And this is a good run to the 45, 40, 35, 20, 15. Down, I take that back, down to about the 18-yard line. That's a great run there by the Tigers. They move the ball with authority here on this possession.
Really great job. Hardiman just breaking tackles left and right. London can't just go for the ankles. Hardiman's way too strong to get brought down by the ankles. That's a great run.
And we're going to have a timeout called here by London, and the Carroll Tigers have got the offense running. They're moving the ball right now.
Look at this, Allen. I mean, this is a 77-yard drive they're on right now.
Boy, Coach Rodriguez is being a cheerleader out there. He is firing up the troops there on that Carroll sideline. And, again, that was Hardiman with the long run. And, one guy can't bring him down, Jeff. It's just not going to happen.
That's what I was saying. Can't just afford to try to ankle tackle there. He's too strong to get taken down by that. Allen, I've just been so impressed, though. Gabriel Garza leading them from the 3-yard line all the way down to the 20. If they can end up even with 3 on this drive, that's a massive success. But let's see. If they can get 6, we'll get to see that new field goal kicker and try to take the lead.
Well, this has been a picture-perfect drive. You know, they had to be cautious when they were on the 3-yard line. They ran the ball, and they were able to get a first down running the football. And then once they got out to about the 20-yard line, Jeff, you saw how they began to open it up. And they've got some big pass plays and some big runs. So
once you get a few plays to hit, too, Allen, the confidence just blossoms, and you're seeing it from Garza as well as Hardiman, who's had, I can't state enough, some fantastic blitz pickups.
All right, so 1st and 10 now. Carroll on the 20-yard line, driving the football down 6-0. And looks like we had somebody move. Yeah, false start against the Tigers.
And that's one of those things we talked about, Allen. Can't come all the way down to the 20-yard line after being on your own 3 and shoot yourself in the foot like that.
Yeah, it's those early game mistakes. Again, this is really their only true live action they've had all year. Yeah, they had a scrimmage, but this one counts. And so now it'll be 1st and 15 from the London 25-yard line. Let's see what Gabriel Garza will draw up here, Jeff.
Looks like London's playing a cover 6.
Man, another flag on the play. They're killing themselves here. Another false start. So now you're going to have 1st and 20.
Just can't afford for that to happen, Alan. Really, really just derails drives. Let's see how Garza and this team responds.
Well, he may try to hook up with Sandoval again here. You never know. All right, so 1st and 20. They need to get down to the 10-yard line to get a first down. And Garza will take it himself, and he'll stretch it out, pick up maybe 3 on the play.
Just a basic read option. See if they could pick up some yards. They get about 2.
And the clock continues to run. 7:50 to play here in the first half.
I think still look, Alan, look for Andre Sanders here. You see the cornerback just playing a tad loose. See what happens here. See if they're trying to prevent him from going deep, or see if we can use his speed to get past him.
Well, they're going to need 17 yards to pick up a first down, and they're going to get it all right here if they can, and it's going to be a little short, and the ball was almost picked off by number 11, believe it or not, the quarterback, Ty Leonard.
It was there. He just underthrew it. Got to hit him on the back shoulder on a play like that if you're going deep into the end zone. Just missed it.
Well, I like the call that the ball was just thrown a little bit underthrown. So they're going to have to do it again if they want to pick up 17 yards and pick up a first down.
Yeah, and you're only going to see 6 guys in the box. Robbie Moreno's team is going to be expecting a pass absolutely here.
3 receivers out left, 1 receiver out right. And Moreno is going to, oh my gosh, in and out of the hands as Garza threw the ball, and they could not convert. So now we've got 4th and 17 for Carroll.
Go for it.
You got to, yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, you're too far to kick a field goal, and yep, you got to do it right here.
Missed opportunities, back-to-back drives. See, it's not over yet. But missed opportunities, just missed Jaden Smith there.
All right, we're going to have another timeout. This time it's called again by London. So the situation is it's 4th and 17 for Carroll. There's 7 minutes, 19 seconds to play here in the first half. London leads 6-0. Looked like Carroll was on their way to maybe score a touchdown and take the lead, but now they're fighting to get a first down.
Yeah, and on this, we talked about it, back-to-back false start drives never help, and only gaining 3 yards, 2 yards after that. But an opportunity here, see if his offensive line can give Gabriel Garza some protection to get the ball out of his hands at least. Last thing you want is a sack and have London take the field with a lot of momentum, even better field position.
Well, and again, Carroll, this is only their second possession of this football game, so if they have to give the ball up here, you know that London's going to want to put together a long drive. Yep. Carroll will get the ball, though, to start the second half.
And that's what London's been doing. I mean, we've seen it. The fact that we're 7 minutes, 19 seconds left from halftime, and Carroll's only on their second drive, just shows London is taking their time on offense. And you said it, they get the ball back. Carroll may not see the ball until the third quarter.
Good crowd tonight. You can see across the way the London crowd. There's, as you can tell, they're doing a great job of social distancing. They've got it done. You can't see the Carroll side, but they've got a pretty good crowd. But look at that London crowd. They're doing it right.
Both sides have been. That's a credit to CCISD following the protocol.
All right, here we go. 4th and 17 for the Tigers. Big play here, and they're going to go deep. And they got a man, and it's a catch, and it is a touchdown. Great catch in the back of the end zone. And the Tigers are on the board for the first time this year. We're going to take another look at it here. And Garza with a perfect pass, and it is a tremendous catch. Did you get the number on that?
It was the guy who's been making plays all day, Ben Sandoval, the sophomore, Allen. My goodness. And that was a free play, too. London jumped off sides, nothing to lose, and it came up big.
All right, they're going to well, they snapped it to, they didn't snap it to the holder. They looked like they snapped it to Hardiman. They're going to call delay of game here.
Delay of game. I don't think the play clock ever started.
Well, the problem with the play clock tonight is that they're not really working. And it's working on one end of the field and not on the other. So.
Well, that changes the situation just a bit. Try out your new field goal kicker. That's what I would do here. Now when you're this far back especially. And another timeout. They're about to get another delay of game.
All right, so special teams has been an issue for both teams on kicking extra points so far tonight. So we'll have to wait and see. But again, wow. That was an outstanding catch. It was a good throw, outstanding catch. And you knew, Jeff, that London knew that Carroll was going to have to go deep, throw the ball, and still they couldn't do anything about it.
No, I mean, it's been an unbelievable drive by Gabriel Garza to be able to just have the poise, on fourth down, especially after those back-to-back delay of game calls.
This is big. This is huge psychologically for Carroll. Again, this is a team that's fighting to get that first win in quite some time. And for Coach Juan Rodriguez, this is the first head job he's ever had, and he's done a tremendous job of leading this team. They just had trouble getting wins, and boy, if he could get his first win tonight, you know how it is. You get that first win, and the other wins will start rolling in.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's see if they kick it or go for two here. It looks like they're gonna go for it here. Am I right?
Looks like it.
They're going to go for it, so.
Why not? Last few plays have been working great.
We got a tie game right now. We're 6-all, so let's see if they can get the 2-point conversion from around the 7-yard line. Garza back, looking, rolling left. He's got a man. Nice catch, and they do get the 2-point conversion. Carroll getting it done. That's number 10, Andre Sanders.
And a very good route. You're going to see him up top kind of run in, gets on the inside shoulder, then finds his way with a Z cut out to the left.
Boy, he threw it where only Sanders could catch the ball. Wow, the Tigers score and get the 2-point conversion. And they take an 8-6 lead with 7:14 to play here in the second quarter. You're watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas. Back with more right after this. You're watching Game Night South Texas, live from Cabinets Field, Thomas J. Henry style. The Tigers just drove it 97 yards to score a touchdown. They're kicking the ball off to London right now, and London is going to bring it up to about the 38-yard line. So, Jeff, the Tigers drive it 97 yards on their second possession of the game, and they get the 2-point conversion, and they now lead 8-6 with 7:09 to play in the first half.
You know, the story of the drive was just the poise and the moxie by a 3-year starter in Gabriel Garza, going through what he's gone through the last 2 years, being able to overcome that. They started on their own 3, the shadow of their own end zone. Then they have back-to-back false start penalties, 4th and 17, and he's able to have a beautiful pass, maybe one of the best passes we'll see this week, to his sophomore receiver, Ben Sandoval. That was fantastic. Truly was.
All right, we have a holding call. I believe that's against London. And
I think it's might have been, I think they're going to re-kick here, Alan. I actually did not hear. I think it might have been an offsides on the kicking team.
All right, we'll try it again here. And the Tigers have to be feeling pretty good. It's their second possession, and they score a touchdown. So they had to punt on their first possession. And then that great drive at 97 yards.
Now you have to imagine London's probably going to come out and slow down the clock again.
Oh, yeah.
Or speed up the clock, slow down the possession.
Yeah.
If I'm Carroll, try to get a 3 and out and get more points on the board before the half.
Well, I know the Tigers are fired up right now, so let's see if the defense will carry that mo. And that's a good kick. Forced him right out. He was out of bounds at about the, 17-yard line. It's a good kick. That's how you get it done.
Not sure why he caught it, though, Alan.
Not
that ball
sure
was
either.
going out of bounds. They would have the ball on the 40. That's just a mental mistake.
It's Danye Castaneda.
Very rare there by the senior to make a mistake like that. And rather than having the ball on the 40, they're going to get the ball on the 18-yard line.
And they've got, 7:07 left to play. They got plenty of time. Coming up at halftime, we're going to have the band of the Carroll Tigers. We'll see them. We'll also see the Carroll Tigerettes perform. London's band, of course, not here. The visiting teams, unless you're a CCISD school, not allowed to come to the games.
Just one of the many differences that we're going to see this year.
I miss those bands.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. 1st and 17 now for London. And this is Leonard with the fake handoff. He'll take it himself, and he's got a good pickup here all the way up to about the 34-yard line. And just like that, it's another first down for the Pirates.
And again, I think they just need to decide now. Are they going to commit to stopping the run, or are they going to force Ty Leonard to try to do something with his arm rolling out of the pocket? I mean, only 6 guys in the box right there. It was easy to get through, especially with the play fake. Decide now.
That's one of those yes or no questions.
6 men in the box now.
Yeah. All right, Leonard calling the signals back, looking now. He'll roll left, being pursued. He'll take it himself. He'll pick up about 4, maybe 5 yards. Good pursuit there by number 86, Noe Uria.
Have a flag on the far end of the field.
And we'll see what the call is.
Well, there it was, too, Alan. You know, they put 6 in the box. They decide to pass, and he scrambles out and doesn't have anything. So there you see right there, he didn't have anything when they put 6 in the box. And if he beats you with his feet by getting a scramble outside the edge, so be it. But obviously now a holding on the defense might have shown why he had trouble finding a receiver.
All right, that'll move the ball up now to the 48-yard line. Pirates on the move. And the fake to Arisby, and he'll flip it out to number 18, and that is Jackson G.
Really good defense there, obviously swarming to the ball. Between you and I, Alan, or between everyone who's listening, I guess there is no you and I here, never have been a fan of the screen pass out of the shotgun. Relies a lot on blocking on the outside, trying to get your man, and it's tough. One fake by the defensive player, and you're going to miss him.
It was a loss of 2, now 2nd and 12 for. There's a flip out to number 12. That is Danye Castaneda. And Danye picks up some good yardage down to about the 45, 46-yard line. So that will force a 3rd down.
And right there I was wrong. The screen pass actually worked. Good blocking downfield by the outside receiver. That's Preston Kazalas.
All right, this is a huge play now for the Carroll D. They need to stop here if they want to get the ball back. But again, this could be 4-down territory for London. Leonard with the handoff. And they're going to pick up that 1st down, and it's inside to about the 38-yard line. It's a big pickup, number 12, Danye Castaneda.
Really nice pickup. I mean, they failed to get 1 3rd-down conversion all game. The inability by Carroll to be able to get off the field in 3rd down is really hurting them so far.
So that'll allow London to keep the ball and run more clock. 4:38 to play. If you're London, you want to score another touchdown right before half and regain the lead. But we'll see. This time Leonard will take off himself. He'll get up about 4 to down to around the 31-yard line. I believe London has 1 timeout left, so they've got 1 timeout, 4:13 to play. They got plenty of time here. They're in no hurry.
No, none whatsoever.
In fact, they are absolutely taking their time here. You see the clock there, 4:01 and counting. So second down, Leonard. And he is going to get sacked. That's a huge play there by Noe Uira, the defensive lineman, a 12th grader, senior, coming up with a huge play for the Tigers.
Absolutely huge. Now you're knowing right now Ty Leonard's going to have to be forced to throw the ball down the field. And there you saw it. I mean, again, 6 men in the box. They decided to pass, couldn't find anything, and a defensive lineman broke through. Great play.
Uira with a great play there. So that forces 3rd and 12. Whole new situation now for London. And
he put the ball on the ground.
He did, and he picks it up. He dropped it again, and by the way, this brand new turf, very spongy. It's a great turf, brand new, being used for the first time tonight. All right, so we're going to have 4th and long. And they're going to go for it, which is probably the right call. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know. This is a tough decision to make.
No, I would punt the ball. I would force
2:42 to play.
I would force Carroll back in the shadow of their own end zone again. I know they just went 97 yards and were able to score a touchdown.
Well, let's see what they do here. They could pooch it here if they want.
That's what I think they're going to do. Ty Leonard's just going to do a quick pooch kick.
Now we're going to have a timeout on Carroll's side. So they're going to talk about it. Carroll was putting in their, well, they wanted to put the punt team in. They put in a few other guys instead, not really knowing for sure what London was going to do. So they called timeout themselves.
Well, here's the situation you're looking at here, Alan, is, incomplete pass. Carroll starts with the ball on the 44. And if you're worried about them scoring from their own 3 as they did, then you should be more worried about them scoring on their own 44 rather.
Well, Carroll wants to get that football back. So they'll have time. They'll have, if they can hold them here, they'll have a little over 2 minutes to play. And again, they're going to get the ball to start the second half. So kind of your typical first game. You come out and you're going to make some mistakes, especially with penalties. But as you mentioned, Jeff, they overcame a bunch of those on that second possession and scored. So that has to be a confidence booster for Carroll.
Oh, absolutely. How can it not be? Just the fact that they were able to continue that drive and score after back-to-back false start penalties really just shows the grit that this team has and the grit that's instilled from them from the top, and that comes from head coach Juan Rodriguez.
Okay, let's see if they do pooch the ball. It's 4th and 12. And if they go for it and don't get it, they're going to give Carroll great field position. And here you go. They're going to throw it across the middle. Wide open is number 4, Corbin Egbert, and he picks up a big first down. How do you like that call?
My goodness, gutsy. Gutsy is the word to throw it over the middle, but he found the seam, just found the hole in that kind of prevent defense. They didn't know whether he was going to punt or if it looked like a prevent defense, and he was able to find the seam and hit him.
My goodness, that was a terrific play. So now they get first down. They keep the ball away from Carroll. And they're going to run the ball around the left side, going to pick up maybe about 5.
I'd love to see what Carroll does here. I really would. A first down like that can really just change the fortunes of a drive, and see if Carroll can stand tall, force him to 3 or not, or force him to 0 here.
Running out of bounds, stops the clock. 1:56 to play. London's got plenty of time here. It's second down and about 4. Is that Leonard again? Yes, it is. And he's going to pick up another London first down. Textbook drive so far by the Pirates. They have answered the Carroll's touchdown with authority here. This is only the 5th possession of the football game, believe it or not. Carroll's had the ball twice, and London, this is their 3rd possession. All right, first down. First and goal. It's Leonard again, down to inside the 5 to about the 4.
Now, if I'm head coach Robbie Moreno, I slow things down to a bare minimum. If you're going to score with less than 25 seconds left on the clock.
Well, remember, Jeff, when they got the ball last time, they got inside that 5-yard line. They didn't have any success going up the middle.
Exactly.
So let's see if they go wide. And Leonard going off right tackle down to about the 2-yard line maybe?
Looks about right.
And the clock shows 58. You see it right there. The big scoreboard here at Cavanis.
Well, and I mean, if you're by Ty Leonard, Allen, I mean, runs like a big guy. He's not the biggest guy. He's not as big as you'd see him. He runs hard, though. It's really impressive.
All right, down to 40 seconds. Boy, this is what you want if you're London. Run it down and score right before the half. And that is going to be the touchdown. And London answers with a score of their own.
That's all Ty Leonard right there on that drive. The fact that they can score on a 4th and 15, 4th and 17 with a beautiful pass over the middle. A call that I did not agree with, a gutsy call, but that just shows how much trust that Robbie Moreno has in a senior quarterback.
All right, so the Pirates jump out to a 12-8 lead. Let's see if they go for 2 to get it back to 14. Imagine they will. So that's exactly what London needed right before halftime, and they got it. There's 34 seconds to play here in the first half. So, yes, they will go for 2. Let's see if Leonard calls his own number, and he'll roll out to the left. He could run it in if he wants. Throws, caught, and yes, 2-point conversion is good.
Nice play, just textbook what they do, rolling out to the left side, finding his man in the flats. Could have had the other Cazares twin in the back of the end zone. Went for the short pass and was successful.
So London drives it 77 yards down the field to answer Carroll's touchdown, and they take a 14-8 lead here now with just 34 seconds to play. So, Jeff, what do you think Carroll will do here? I guess a lot of it will depend on what happens on the kickoff.
It really depends on how much trust that Juan Rodriguez has in his offense. Maybe not trust, but, you're getting the ball to start the second half. Do you want to risk a potential interception or even a fumble, or do you just take a knee, take it into halftime down by 6 after you've seen what your offense has been able to do on one of 2 drives? I am a little more cautious. I'm a little more conservative. I take a knee. I head to halftime knowing that I have a 1-touchdown deficit to overcome going into the second half.
And I believe they're out of timeouts, too, so that's going to make it even tougher.
Yeah, they are.
On the Carroll Tigers. So, good game. I think
really
both teams. Yeah, I mean it's very competitive. And here's your kickoff, and Carroll's going to get the ball. They can get a good run back here. They're going to get pretty good field position, but they're going to get it down to about the 34. So I imagine that they're going to take a knee here. Could be wrong. There's 27 seconds left. No timeouts.
And I think they are. I think they're signaling just to take a knee, and that's what. I said it. I think that's the right call. You're getting the ball to start the second half. Why give London an opportunity to pick off an errant throw or a bad snap goes over the head, scoop and score? Just take an easy knee, get it to the half, talk things over, make your adjustments, come out to start the second half.
Well, again, it's pretty incredible to think that this is Carroll's only their 3rd possession of the first half.
It's pretty incredible. I mean, first half over in just over an hour, Allen.
Now, we've said all this, take a knee. Now, watch, he's going to drop back and going to try to throw the ball 80 yards. So let's see what happens here. You hate to second guess. And he is going to throw a ball. He is going to go deep if he can, but there's nobody there. There's a flag. We'll probably have holding, a sack. And that may do it for the first half. Let's see. There's 24 seconds left.
I think we're going to get a holding call.
Yeah.
But again, I just, I've said it. I've said my piece. I'm a little more conservative on these matters.
Well, he didn't have anybody open.
No, of course.
And good defensive pursuit there by London. So you got to take the penalty. That'll move them back some more. And don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll have the band from Carroll. We'll also see the Tigerettes. Well, it's actually going to be against. Well, no, it is. It looked like they were going the other way for a moment, but yeah. All right, so 10-second runoff. That'll run it down to 14 seconds. And let's see if Garza wants to show his arm strength or not here. Let's see. I doubt it. Yeah, they're going to go to a knee here, I think.
That's what we said last time. We'll see.
I know. And they'll bounce it. into the turf, and that'll stop the clock again with 4 seconds left.
See, now at this point,
Not sure if that play took 10 seconds. I don't think that play took 10 seconds. That
for
shows
whatever
0.
reason, the clock was running. The
Yeah.
clock operator didn't stop.
They're going to have to stop it again here.
So you're seeing 0 on the scoreboard. It's not 0. I'm going to put 5 up there. Now at this point, Alan, sure. If you want to throw the ball up deep, throw the ball up deep. Just make sure you're ready for a potential interception return.
And you might get a pass interference. You never know.
There you go. But with 30 seconds left, the likelihood with no timeouts driving down the field again, slim. I think the odds of getting an interception are higher.
All right, 5 seconds. And handoff, and Hardeman's going to get about a yard or two. So it's halftime here at Cavanis Field. You're watching Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas. Good ball game. London leads Carroll 14-8 here, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. We'll take a look at the band and the drill team, and we'll see you back here at the start of the third quarter. Again, Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas live right here on KDF Television.
Not one single official.
Please welcome the Alderman. They never duplicate.
How do you like the new turkey?
High School Tiger Hats.
They like the new turkey. There was a breaker in the room?
Yes. Yeah, it just tripped, but he put it back in.
That was in the, out there on the 25-second. So it was in that box right where the switch was.
Nothing wrong with
When I
that.
started, sure we had power there, and I continued on. It's in the actual.
So where'd you find that? In the big black.
Yeah, I think
Preston? Yeah. Carroll is,
In Sandoval.
yeah, in Sandoval. Mic check?
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas. We're about to start the second half. The teams are coming onto the field, and the score right now is London 14 and Carroll 8. A very well played first half. Ball control was certainly the theme of the first half, as both teams only had the ball 3 times, and London scoring 2 of their 3 times that they got the football. Carroll, really, that third time they got the ball, they only got the ball with like 40 seconds left to play, so there's not really a whole lot they could do. So, Jeff, what impressions do you get from both teams out of that first half?
You know, the thing is, as we talked about it before the game, London's really sticking to the run game right now. Ty Leonard has been doing a lot, both with his arms, both with his legs. On the other side, look at Carroll, the grit that they're showing. Again, this is a team that hasn't won a football game in 2 years, Alan, and you're seeing how gritty they are, how they're persevering, how they're getting past those mental mistakes of a false start. Gabe Garza, the quarterback, driving them 97 yards. On both sides of the ball, both teams are playing really good football, and it's going to be a dogfight in the second half.
You know, we are social distancing. I'm here in the booth, and how do you like it out there? I'm kind of envious of you being outside there.
You get the air conditioning. I get Mother Nature, which,
well,
you know, is not too bad right now.
It is a gorgeous night. Dale Nelson predicted this, and he's right on the money as always. And
Never wrong.
That's right. So Carroll will get the ball to start the third quarter here, and you know they want to get the ball and score. And they need to. They need to build a little bit of confidence here to start the second half. And, again, this is the first time in school history that London has ever played a Class 5A school, so they're making a bit of history themselves tonight. So it's great that you guys are tuning in and watching. I hope you're enjoying the football game. And, of course, we'll have the Friday Night Fever, Jeff and I, tomorrow night. Of course, our big game will be Miller and Betts. Can't wait for that. So here we go. We are underway to start the second half. And the Tigers will take the ball from their own 10-yard line, 15, 20, 25, and they will take it up to about the 28-yard line. So that is where the Carroll Tigers will start. As I look for my Jeff, I can't see without my glasses, so I had taken them off, so I'm going to put them back on here.
There we go. Yeah, Alan, I mean, we talked about it briefly. I mean, both teams looked really strong in the first half, even though, I mean, the reason it's such a low-scoring affair right now, I mean, only 6 possessions total, each team having the ball 3 times. London chewed up the clock. I mean, they scored their first touchdown. That drive took about 5.5 minutes off the clock, and Carroll, I mean, they did the same thing. After driving 97 yards, that takes a lot of time off the clock.
All right, so Carroll will start first down and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Quarterback Gabriel Garza brings us up to the line of scrimmage. He's in the shotgun, and he will throw out to the left side, a little low, and incomplete. I believe that was Leroy Rodriguez. I believe they were trying to get the ball to that time.
Yeah, it looked like it. You know, I mean, just a low pass, that's got to get up. That's a tailor-made 6-7 yards to start the drive. Got to get that ball up.
All right, Jeff, so what adjustments do you think Carroll needs to make here in the second half?
It's about the mental mistakes. I mean, there wasn't much going in terms of offensively. I mean, they were able to move the ball 97 yards through a good combination of running and passing. But, you know, those mental mistakes almost killed those drives. Just limit the penalties.
All right, so second and 10. Garza back, throws it across the middle. Nice catch by Peyton Hammett. And he gets it all the way down to a 41-yard line. That's a first down, and the Tigers are going to live to play some more on this drive.
No, really nice play there by Peyton Hammett, turning around on a ball that was thrown behind him. Alan, those are not easy balls to catch. I mean, really are not. Gabe Garza, 2 passes in a row, you know, gets lucky on that second one. Try to get that ball out in front. See if he can adjust his own kind of throwing here on this drive.
All right, so the Tigers move it now to the 40-yard line. First and 10 for Gabriel Garza and his Tiger teammates. You see him there, number 1, Jaden Smith in the backfield. And it's a fake to Smith, a throw out, and it is incomplete.
Really
intended
nice.
For Leroy Rodriguez.
It was a nice block at the line. Patrick McNorton left in there, gets his hand up perfectly, exactly how they're taught. Try to bat the ball down at the line of scrimmage. Really, really nice play.
So again, the Tigers are faced with second and 10. They've thrown the ball on every play here to start the second half. All right, here we go, second and 10. And this time they do run the ball, and that's Jaden Smith, and tough running up. That's an 8-yard gain, so it's now going to be about 3rd and 2.
Been so impressed, Allen, with the run game right now. These two running backs, Jaden Smith and Sylvester Hardeman, both really, really strong. I mean, you can tell based on last season to where we are now, put on some muscle in the offseason. They're two hard guys to take down. They're showing it. London having trouble bringing them down.
All right, big play here. You know Carroll wants to keep the football here, keep this drive alive. So let's see what they do here on 3rd and 2. Gabe Garza, the quarterback. He'll take the handoff, and he'll hand it off, and they are not going to pick up the first down. I believe that's Jaden Smith again with the football. About a yard short, I would imagine, Jeff, this is going to be a tough call to make.
I would go for it.
I would, too. I would think they would because, again, possessions have been limited for both teams tonight, and you want to take advantage of every chance you get.
And exactly, if you're looking at punting the ball, you may not get the ball back until 4 minutes left. Say Carroll gets stopped short here, London's going to have a shorter field to play with. Your defense is going to be maybe come up with a stop, but if they don't, less time off the clock.
They need a full 2 yards to keep the ball. Let's see what happens. Garza. Oh, we may have offsides on London. A free play. They're going to go deep and incomplete. So I believe the Tigers are going to get a first down on the penalty here. Well, let's make sure that's the case. And it is. So the Tigers will move the chains. They'll get the first down.
Yeah, just draw them off sides. That's an easy way to earn 5, right, Alan?
It really is. I mean, you got to get it done any way you can.
That's twice now that they've jumped off sides on a 4th down play.
All right, Tigers pick up that first down. 1st and 10 now. They're in London territory now. They're at the 47 and moving the football to start the second half. Garza with the handoff to Smith. Oh, there's nothing there. Good penetration there by that London D. A whole host of plays there, including number 25, Jacob Charles.
Really interesting. You see the first 3 plays of this drive, all passes. Now all of a sudden they're switching to the run game. I'd like to mix in some passing again here. That's where they were finding, those large chunks of yards.
So now they're faced with 2nd and 14. They lost 4 on the play, so they need some yardage back here. And, London's going to pin their ears back. They're going to come after Garza on this play because they know he's going to throw, and it's back to pass. And he's looking, got a man wide open down the field. Oh, in and out of the hands of Peyton Hammond. Boy, he had him. That was a great effort there by Gabe Garza to move around the pocket and find the open receiver.
Yeah, really nice. The pocket kind of collapsed. He didn't. I mean, that's a textbook drill right there. And, looking where the pressure's coming from. Ball was a little wobbly, but Peyton Hammond just can't get his hands on, or just can't secure the ball. Big missed opportunity there for the Tigers.
All right. Boy, he was wide open.
Really was.
All right, so it's going to be another 3rd and long here for Carroll. 3rd and about 14. And let's see what Coach Rod draws up on this play. Makes the handoff, rolls left. It's a catch, and they're not going to get much out of it. That's number 10, Andre Sanders, as he gets up to about the original line of scrimmage. So now, Jeff, you're faced with about 4th and 9.
And it looks like they're bringing out the punt team.
We got a player down. Yeah, you hate to see that. Can't quite get a number yet. Let's see if I can pull out the binoculars here and see. Looks like an offensive lineman for Carroll. Can't quite get a number. Anyway, let's take a quick break. Right now, it is 14-8 in favor of London. You're watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas live from Cavanis Field. Welcome back to Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas. That's big number 62, Christian Rocha Jr., favoring that left leg. Looks like he's, at least we hope he's going to be okay. So the situation right now is 4th down and about 9, and it looks like Carroll will pump the ball away with 8:38 to play here in the third quarter. London leads it 14-8.
You know, oddly enough, Alan, I actually kind of agree with this. When you're in your own territory, I like to think on a 1-yard play, go for it in that situation. Here, play the field position, see if you can get a punt here within the 20. Make them drive down the field like you did in the first half.
That's a good kick. This ball is going to go all the way down. He's going to get a good roll. Look at this. Well, about the 21-yard line. Again, this is brand new turf here at Cabot. This is put in by AstroTurf. Yeah, that's the name of the company, AstroTurf. The original turf was here for a full 10 years, and that's about the life of artificial turf these days. And
it looks beautiful.
Yeah, and we were talking with Brenda Marshall, and Brenda said, oh, yeah, we definitely got our money's worth out of that first turf. So we wanted to go with the original company that put it in. They got good service, good quality, and, of course, they added a few things to the field this year. It's you got your dark green and then your light green, and then they kind of changed up some of the logos in the end zones. We'll talk about that more in just a moment. So here we go, London with the ball. Their first offensive play of the second half, and Ty Leonard will take it himself with no gain.
Not a shock there.
No, not at all. Carroll changed their logo this year, so they were able to put that in. Miller made a minor adjustment. You really can't tell the difference by looking at it. I think there's a little slight color scheme, but not a whole lot to it.
Yeah, the color's a little, really, that's what actually caught my eye when I first walked onto the field before the game. It really pops, Alan.
I love it.
Looks good.
All right, no gain. 1st and 10 now. It's actually 2nd and 10 now for London. This is Leonard rolling left. He's pressure. He's going to throw the ball away. That's good defensive pressure there by the Carroll Tigers. So
yeah, Adrian Benavides.
Yeah, this is huge now. So Carroll has been able to hold them here on the first 2 plays. So you're right. If they can hold them here on a 3 and out, them punting the ball was definitely that right decision just a moment ago.
Well, this is where they struggled in the first half, not being able to get off the field in these 3rd down situations, 3rd and 9.
And these are where you make the adjustments at halftime. Let's see if Carroll could do it. All right, here we go. 3rd and long. Leonard throwing it back of his back foot, throwing it downfield. That's a catch.
Wow.
Nice catch.
And the pass interference.
Great catch there by number 1, Pearson Caslis, the twin.
And my goodness, the third down woes just continue for Carroll.
I want to say that's at least 6 or 7 third down conversions already tonight by London.
They've been nearly flawless except for the goal line stand.
Well, the Tigers knew they were going to throw the ball. There's just nothing they could really do about it, even with the pass interference. It was still a all right, they're just letting everybody know it was pass interference declined by London. So huge pickup. They move it all the way to the 49-yard line.
And that's just really a punch to the gut there, an opportunity to get
Man.
off when you have them deep in their own territory too.
All right, here we go now. 1st and 10 for London. Caslis. Nowhere to run there. That's that time for the Pirates. Good defensive pursuit again by the Carroll Tigers. Loss of a couple. So it'll be 2nd and long now. Clock continues to wind here, the 3rd period. 7-10, London up 14-8. You're watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. Live football on KDF. This is the 2nd of our 8-game schedule. We'll be here again next Thursday when King takes on Veterans Memorial here from Cabinets Field. So this time, Leonard's going to roll right, throw it, and just a little overthrown. He was looking for number 12, Danye Castaneda, but Danye reached out, couldn't quite get it. So here we go again, 3rd and long for London.
Yeah, here we go. Another great opportunity.
So the Tigers are going to get yet another chance to stop the Pirates. But London has been so good at this tonight. Unstoppable, practically. on third down. Tigers moving players around. And we may have a timeout. I think there's a little confusion on that Carroll sideline. Yes, Coach Juan Rodriguez, who favors, Juan likes, when you're the head coach, you kind of oversee everything, right? But he's more of a defensive guy. So he tends to put a lot of his play calling into the defense. He's not the defensive coordinator, but he does have final say-so a lot on what happens on defense.
Yeah, a couple of plays. Ty Leonard, just a nice pass on the other side to Pearson Gonzalez. Even through the pass interference, just, these are just as bad than the 5-yard penalties, the 10-yard penalties on first downs that kill drives. These are an opportunity to get off the field, get your offense back on. Look, you're only down 6. And with the way London is kind of moving the ball so slowly, a 2-touchdown lead, not insurmountable by any means, Alan.
Oh, no, not at all.
But obviously far different than a 6-point game.
Want to remind our viewers on Chris Six will on the sports night at 10 o'clock. Jeff and I will be here. We'll have highlights of this game. We'll have also highlights of another game going on tonight over at Buccaneer Stadium. Beeville in town tonight, taking on the Moody Trojans. Moody, like Carroll, playing their first game of the year this evening. So we'll get you updated on that game also tonight at 10 o'clock on Chris Six Sports. All right, here we go. It's a big one. 3rd and 12 for London inside their own 46-yard line. Leonard rolls right, looks, got a man, caught, first down again. Wow.
Guarded by 2 guys. Danye Castaneda, his favorite target, the man we mentioned at the start of the broadcast, Alan. That was picture perfect by Ty Leonard. Couldn't have put it in a better spot.
And again, Carroll knew what was coming. They called timeout. They talked about it, and still London found a seam in the D, and they convert, and they're going to get to run some more time off the clock. We're now at 6:32 and counting in the third quarter. London leads 14-8. And Leonard with a fake, up the gut. Close, going to be about a yard short of a first down. He'll pick up 9 down to the 31-yard line.
Nicely executed play. London's run that same jet sweep. They've always handed it off. That time Leonard pulls, has the hole right up the middle, gains 8 yards.
All right, so second at about a yard and a half. And Leonard, this is a good call but it's an interception picked off by the Carroll Tigers. We may have a flag on the play. I think somebody may have moved early. Let's see who it was. This may be coming back. Let's see what the call is going to be. Tigers moving just a little bit early on that play, so that'll negate the interception. And London will be able to pick up an automatic first down, so they get the ball now at the 27-yard line. Boy, if you're Carroll, you don't want to get down 2 scores this late in the ball game.
No, and as we said, only 6 minutes left in the third quarter, still 18 minutes technically of gameplay to have. Not over yet, but this hurts.
Handoff this time up the middle, and London's going to get it down to about the 20-yard line. Been a clean game, pretty much, when you consider Jeff turnovers tonight.
Yeah, no, very few turnovers. I don't think there's been any turnovers. Only time we've seen the ball put on the ground was when Ty Leonard fumbled, but he picked up his own fumble, and some ticky-tack penalties like offsides, false starts. No major personal fouls, which have been nice to see.
All right, so second at about 5 now, and there goes Danye Castaneda around the right side, and he is going to be close. He may have gotten another first down. Let's see where they mark the ball. And I believe they did pick up the first down. Or did they? Yes, they did. First down, move the chains again. And they're down to the 16-yard line, so they can still pick up another first down without scoring. They are a first down machine, these London Pirates tonight. And a bit of a snag in the handoff, but he's got it, and he'll go around the left side, and he'll get slammed to the ground, and they're going to lose maybe a yard or 2.
You're going to get a face mask here on the running back as well. Tried to go for the stiff arm, absolutely had a big chunk of the defender's face mask. Going to get 15. As I say, no personal fouls. There's going to be the first personal foul of the night.
Did you used to do that when you were in high school?
When I played, no.
Oh, okay.
That
Well, you
was the
sounded
big-
like an expert.
That was
in
the
it,
big.
so.
That was the big if.
Now you played where again?
I was in San Antonio. Played at Alamo Heights.
And what position did you play again?
I was
all our-
a wide receiver.
How many touchdowns did you get?
Couple. My junior year when I was on varsity, I tore my ACL my second game of the season, and that always sets you back.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But I was just happy to be able to play. We were a good team.
Oh, they great program up there. All right, well, you called it right. It's a 15-yard penalty. So now London is backed up to the 31-yard line. 1st and 25 now. And the fake, and Leonard rolls right, and he is not going anywhere. He'll
No,
be
he's
knocked
not.
down at about the 31, 32-yard line. So Tigers defense hold on that play. Tigers open district play next week. They'll be in Victoria. I believe they're playing Victoria East, if I'm correct.
Victoria West had to cancel their game tomorrow night against Bernie Champion after a coronavirus positive case.
So West had the positive case,
They did.
so they may have to sit out 2 weeks now.
I believe so.
That's going to really hurt them. They're going to have to probably forfeit a couple of games. This is Leonard now, and he'll get maybe just a couple of yards. Yeah, the deal is if you get caught with a positive case, you've got to quarantine for what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Unless you've got a bye 1 week, that's going to hurt you 2 games. And you're right, that's a 9-team district, so you only have maybe just a couple of non-district games. to
A
play.
9-team district with very good teams.
There's a lot of teams in that district that can win it. All right, let's see what's happening here on the field as the officials talk it over. Let's see what the call is going to be.
I think we're just getting a timeout here, Alan.
John Patino, our referee tonight, with the call. All right, timeout. So there you see the scoreboard, 14-8. We're going to take a quick timeout. London leads 14-8. You're watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas on KDF. Welcome back to Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas, live from Cavanis Field. London leads 14-8 here in the third quarter. They got a third and forever here, and
See if they can convert it.
they have converted a few of these. You're right. Leonard back, looking, going all the way to the end zone. Nobody there.
They're going to get a PI.
Pass interference going to be called against the Carroll Tigers. Looked like he might have grabbed his shoulder pads or something, maybe.
And it looked like he bumped into him, but you see head coach Juan Rodriguez is claiming that's uncatchable.
It really was.
I think I agree with him, but, he was stumbled up. Does he get there? They're going to check to see if it's uncatchable. It's whether or not the hindrance caused it to be uncatchable because he couldn't get there in time.
I think that the latter is going to be correct. Yeah, it looks uncatchable, but I think because he got held up, it just did. It looked like it was just. Yeah, I think this is going to go against Carroll. Man, that's going to be a killer penalty.
They're still talking, though. We'll see. Man, if it is, though, you're right, Alan. This Carroll team can just not catch a break on these third downs.
All right, let's see what the call is.
Going to be able to tell based on head coach Juan Rodriguez's reaction right away.
Well, now they're going to go over to across the way and explain it to Coach Moreno. He wants an explanation. Kind of unusual if they would go and explain it to both head coaches the way they're doing it here. Maybe it could be ruled uncatchable. Let's see. I think they're going to rule it uncatchable.
I think they are. And I think that is it could have gone either way.
You can see just by his body language, Coach Moreno not happy about it. So this, if it holds, it's going to be 4th and 28. Let's see. I do like the way the officials do explain it to both coaches, just so they can thoroughly understand. All right, here we go. All right. They picked up the flag. They're waving it off. It's going to be 4th and 28 now, and of course they're going to go for it. And you know they got to go towards the end zone. They can still get a first down if they get it down to about the 6.
Play smart here. Don't do anything unnecessary. Try not to draw any dumb penalties.
Across the middle, caught, incomplete, and it would have been short anyway. So the Tigers hold. That's the biggest defensive stand of the night for the Tigers. Huge stand. Of course, we know that London kind of shot themselves in the foot on a couple of those penalties as well, but that's a big, big confidence booster. And Jeff, you think Coach Juan Rodriguez went out there and just was able to explain it and kind of let the officials know it was uncatchable?
I mean, he had to. I mean, look, it's whether or not you believe that the bump by the cornerback caused him to be late to that ball, but I think that ball was uncatchable no matter what. I don't think he was getting to that.
So here come your Tigers. Carroll Tigers now at the 28-yard line. And they're down 14-8. Gabriel Garza in the shotgun, fakes the handoff, throws around the left side. It's caught for a short gain. That's number 22, Leroy Rodriguez, sophomore. A lot of young guys on this team. A lot of these kids, the sophomores, think about it, Jeff, they'll be around for the new school in 2 years.
I mean, head coach Juan Rodriguez has just had a plethora of young kids on his team, and the guys they had 2 years ago, now seniors, now just a more influx of younger kids. He's always going to have them.
2nd and 4 now. Clock is running. 2:43 to play here in the third quarter. Carroll down 14-8. A lot of pressure. Gets away. Throws it across the right side. It's caught all the way down to 37-yard line. Number 88, Ben Sandoval with a huge catch.
Talk about an opening night for Mr. Sandoval. Unbelievable.
That's a huge pickup. Let's take another look at it here. And you can see Gabriel avoids the rush, and it's a great catch by Sandoval all the way down to the 37-yard line. First down. What a turn of events we've had here in these last 3 or 4 plays. Man, nowhere to go for number 22, Rodriguez.
And just watch Gabriel Garza after a play doesn't go right. The way he's able to just calm him down, and that's what a leader does. That's how the quarterback should be. He's been fantastic tonight. I have been impressed by the entire Carroll team, both London and Carroll, but Gabriel Garza has really stuck out to me. The way he has just kind of led this team, calmed them down in times of adversity on each drive.
Tigers lost 3 on that play, so it's now 2nd and 13. As they try to get some yards back on this play to at least make third down manageable. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. You hear him snapping those hands, looking, rolling, in trouble, just going to throw it away. Nobody in the vicinity.
Not sure he was out of the tackle box, Allen. And head coach Robbie Moreno, it didn't cross the line of scrimmage. This might be an intentional grounding. Not only was he out of the tackle box, I don't think that got past the line of scrimmage. There was no one in the area.
Well, they're not going to call it. Or are they? No, they're not. So that's going to make it 3rd and 13. So now the Tigers are faced with their biggest third down play of the night so far. They are definitely, I would say, Jeff, they are in 4-down territory. And Gabriel's going to take it. Oh, man, took a big hit. He's down to about the 34. He's going to be about 6 yards short of a first down.
I guess I was wrong. I thought that was going to be intentional grounding, but you're right, Alan. I mean, in your own in London territory now, I got to go for it.
Yeah, he's really about 8 yards, to be honest with you. 4th and 8, big play here for the Carroll Tigers to keep this drive alive. They're down 14-8 with 50 seconds to play in the third chapter. Let's see what.
There it is again, Alan.
We're gonna have a false start.
And now I think you might punt.
I don't know. We'll see.
Still a one-possession game. I think, again, place them deep in their own territory. I think you got to punt here.
And they are. Here comes the punt team. That's the right call, and the Tigers are going to kick the ball away and try to pin London deep in their own territory. That's the strategy here. And then just let your defense take control.
One of the strangest things I've noticed in this new COVID football season now, and they all have their own water bottles.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fake.
But it's not going to work. Coach Rodriguez said they had a few of these up their sleeve tonight. They were going to use them if they had to, and that one it just didn't work. So instead of pinning London deep, now London's going to get great field position. This is a real big turn of events here. They'll get the ball down their own 41-yard line. You would have thought that they would have punted the ball inside the 20.
I mean, Alan, if you're going to run a fake punt, just go for it. Right? If you're going to run a fake punt, just go for it.
Here come the Pirates, 1st and 10 now from their own 41-yard line. 37 seconds to play here in the third quarter. And Leonard's going to run right, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards, run out of bounds. And that will stop the clock with 31 seconds to play here in the third quarter. They're going to officially only give him about 2 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 8 for London. Time for probably one more play here in the third chapter. Again, London came in with 3 games under their belt, 2-1. Carroll, their first game of the year. And this will be Leonard up the middle. He'll get about 4. He'll be about 3 yards short of a first down. And that's going to probably end the third period.
Yeah, I think so. Unless you catch him off guard with a quick play, but I don't think so. You've seen Robbie Moreno kind of take these things down to the end of the quarter. Question now in the fourth quarter as it approaches. Those 3 games that London already has under their belt, how conditioned will Carroll be for this fourth quarter?
Well, that was one of the things that Coach Moreno said on Chris 6 Sports at 6 o'clock today. He just felt like his team would probably be the better conditioned team because of the previous games played. So that is the end of 3. You see the score. It's London 14, Carroll 8. You're watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas live on KDF. We'll be right back with the fourth and final chapter. All right, welcome back to Game Night South Texas. London with the ball. It's third down and only 2 yards to go. And it's going to be Leonard again, and he is going to pick up the first down. That's a big third down conversion, another one tonight. Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas, live from Cabinets Field. This is the second of 8 games we're going to be broadcasting live for you this year. And we're glad you tuned in. And it's a good ball game. It's only a one-score game. Anything can still happen. If you watched that Cowboys game last Sunday, you know anything is possible.
And
anything.
I think the happiest person in the state of Texas had to have been you on Sunday.
Oh, my gosh. I was heart attack city.
Oh, gosh.
Lost about, at my age, you can't afford to lose too many years off your life. Certainly lost a few there. Handoff, and that is number 2. That's Ace Navarro, and he's going to pick up some good yardage here. Not quite a first down, but he picked up about 7 or 8. There's a name we haven't called tonight. London has really increased the numbers. Yeah, they're a 3A school, but they're a big 3A school. They've really increased their numbers over the years. More and more kids are coming out for football now. So that's been one of the big things that Coach Moreno loves about his team. He's finally got some depth. Second at about 8. And that's a big run up the middle all the way down to about the 23-yard line. And that's a first down. That is Mason Arispe. And I believe, Jeff, you are absolutely correct. I think the conditioning is starting to show a little bit of its toll here now.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. And, and all of a sudden, London, if a score here, they're in complete control of this game. I could see them going for 2, making it just a full 2-touchdown game. And as we mentioned, the conditioning is going to play a huge factor with all of the 5A schools that are starting this week.
First and 10 now from the 23-yard line. London on the move, looking to go up 2 scores. And it's Leonard, the quarterback. He'll keep it himself. A lot of running room inside the 15 down to about the 12. That's going to be another London Pirate first down. They just continue to churn out the first downs, one after another.
Yeah, they're really starting to move the ball now, and you're seeing it. I mean, the conditioning you're seeing is the offensive line getting that push, and they're able to just will their way through on the run game.
The ball officially marked at the 14. It'll be first and 10. They can still get another first down without scoring. And we're going to have a timeout here. I believe. Not sure who called the timeout.
I believe it was on Carroll there.
All right, Carroll calls a quick timeout. So we're going to talk some strategies. So let's talk real quick, Jeff, about tomorrow night. We got the Friday Night Fever. We got a lot of big games. All the 5A teams are playing, and I know you're going to Cal Allen for the big GP Cal Allen game, Battle of the Real Wildcats.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Cal Allen off last week. They are 2-1. They've had a couple of close calls at the team, trying to find their identity. New quarterback, but still have some of the same running backs, relying a lot on Jeremiah Earls this year. GP, you never know how they're going to turn out. Rick Rhodes is a fantastic coach. Always good talent on that side of the bridge, rather. And Gregory Portland, I think they're due for a playoff run after missing it the past couple of years.
Yeah, they've missed, I believe, 4 years now. And I'll be at Buck for the big battle.
That's going to be great.
It's a non-district game this year, but bragging rights are on the ground.
Bragging rights all the same.
Yeah.
I mean, last year, Alan, I don't know if you recall, so they played twice, right?
Yes.
The final score of the 2 games was 99-99. It doesn't get any closer than that.
All right, first and 10 now after a timeout by the Tigers. All of a sudden, London is churning up some big yardage on the ground. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. Leonard and company have been in control here. And another run, but not a whole lot on this one. Maybe a couple of yards. And it'll be second down now. London just running the clock. You see it right there, 9:32 and counting. They want to get up 2 scores. They would make history tonight if they win this game. They've never, ever played a 5A school before. They win tonight. It'll be their first W against a 5A team. Leonard's going to throw. Got a man open, and no, he actually got shoved. Yeah, that's going to be pass interference.
That's just easy. And now you're seeing, just getting beat on the outside. And, I don't even know if he would have been able to make a play out of that. That's a ball that was in the far side of that end zone, close to out of bounds, but just had them beat no matter what.
All right, they'll bring the ball all the way down to, let's see where they're going to place it. You know, the high school pass interference is substantially different from the NFL.
It's just like college, 15 yards. What do you prefer, Alan? Do you prefer the NFL style where they get the ball at the spot of the foul?
I do. I like it, yeah.
Do you?
Well, I mean, only because what if he had caught the ball where, you know, the ball was thrown? I mean, it just makes sense, right? If he got interfered at the 5-yard line, that's where it should be. But who knows?
No,
All right,
I mean, I tend to agree with you.
First and goal, inside the 5. London looking to go up 2 scores. And that's Ty Leonard up the middle, and he is in there for the score. Ty Leonard has scored again for London with 9:04 to play as they go up 20-8.
And you're probably going to see them go for 2, try to make this a 14-point game.
Well, I think everybody in the stands knew that Ty Leonard was going to carry the football. There's just simply nothing that they could do to stop him. Good blocking, and he just powered his way in.
Now, he's really been fantastic tonight. You know, I mean, it's a London team that has 1 loss, and that 1 loss to Orange Grove.
I was at that game, and they actually they stormed back. I thought for a while they might win that game, and then Orange Grove came back and won it there at the end. All right, they are going to go for 2. Leonard with the pass, and it's batted away.
Oh, and he caught it, Allen.
Did he catch it? Unbelievable. That's a great catch. There's a highlight you might see on Chris 6 Sports tonight.
My goodness.
Looked like the defender batted the ball away.
No, it was good defense. Great defense.
Yeah. All right, so the 2-point conversion is good. So the score now, London 22 and Carroll 8. 9:04 to play here in the 4th quarter. Back with more right after this.
Man.
Welcome back to Thomas J. Henry Game Night, South Texas. And look at the Carroll Tigers. This is the kickoff return for a touchdown. Wow. That's how you get back in a football game.
Yes,
That's
it is.
number 10, Andre Sanders, on the kickoff after London scored. That's how you answer. Let's take another look at it. It's kind of a dribbler. He took it from his own 20-yard line. There he is up the gut, and he turns on the speed. And he scores, and all of a sudden it's a 22-14 ball game.
Andre Sanders putting on the burners.
And they are going to go for 1 here. Man. Good blocking there also by that Carroll special teams unit. Well, they are going to go for 2. And I don't think he's going to get the corner, is he? He's going to be a little bit short. Helmet comes flying off. But the Tigers return the kickoff back 80 yards for the score. Andre Sanders putting on a show on that play. So it's an 8-point game, 22-14. London with 8:53 to play. Now they're going to talk about it here. What's happening here, Jeff?
I'm not sure. You know, I'm not sure exactly what's going on, Alan. I thought the play was blown dead after the play was over. And you know, I like the sentiment of the play call. You know, you get it. The team's down 6. All of a sudden,
against
you
London.
Score.
It's against the Pirates. They move the ball down to about the 1-yard line.
And now here's a chance for redemption. My thought, kick the PAT. don't make the Carroll Tigers have to force themselves to try to go for two if they don't get it. Obviously, if they do get it down, it's fantastic. Then a PAT after a touchdown wins the game.
All right, so Coach Dubroff says go for the one, but they're going to go for
This
two.
is why I'm not a coach then.
This is why.
This is why I'm up here.
And doing a good job.
Thank you.
Actually, I kind of like the call. Because I think your odds improve when you're on the 1 yard line. So let's see.
Fair enough.
All right. Handoff. And they're going to. Man,
He got it.
Got it. Yeah, he's
There you go.
in there. Who was the ball carrier? There was a.
I believe that was.
Was that Hardiman?
I believe so.
All righty. Well, I only say that was the right call because they moved it down to the 1. If it had been around the 3, no. Yeah, that is Hardiman. He slams his way in there. Wow, Carroll responds with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. All of a sudden, we're back to where we were a few minutes ago, an 8-point game.
I mean, there you go. And look, the opportunity on the 1 yard line, fine.
Look, we got a lot of time left, too.
No, lots of
8:53
time,
to play.
lots of time.
It's gonna be a
And
great
look,
game.
if you're able to get a defensive stop and a score, all of a sudden the PAT wins the game. And if you miss the PAT or you don't get the 2-point conversion, you still have overtime at least.
Yes.
We're
can you
thinking too
imagine-
far ahead of ourselves.
Can you
though.
imagine if we had OT?
I would
tonight?
love it.
You don't want to go home yet, do you?
No.
Yeah. Who's waiting on you at home?
Nobody.
Nobody. There you go.
Absolutely nobody. Maybe a book. That's about it.
Hey, you need to get a good night's rest. We got a lot of football tomorrow night.
Big day tomorrow
Yeah,
night. We're
huge
looking
day.
forward to it.
It will be the biggest day of the year so far. It'll be the most games we'll have played in one night. Because remember, we have 7 5A schools who haven't been playing, and they're all playing this weekend.
That's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. You know,
All right, watch the onside kick here. Don't be surprised if they do something kind of crazy here. Well,
the pooch.
a poocher. I don't know. I don't. You know, all of a sudden, London gets great field position. What do you get out of that?
It's the same thing as an onside almost. I actually kind of prefer the pooch if you can get that thing high enough.
Well, I mean, it was very easily caught. I could have caught that.
I mean, if you're able to kick that thing high enough and you have a guy like Andre Sanders who might be the fastest man on this team, he can get under that ball and make a play. I mean, you've seen crazy things happen.
All right, this is huge now for London. They got a chance to drive it down and score and get back to a 2-point lead, a two score lead. And they're going to pick up about 5 on this play, maybe 6. And we got a player down for Carroll. And let's see. All right, we're going to take a quick timeout here. Carroll is trailing. London's the leader right now, 22-16, 8:34 to play here in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas. That was Jonathan Orr, who was injured, but he did go off the field with his own power. I think he'll be okay. And we may have a turnover here. It's a loose football, but the ball may have already been ruled down.
I think Ty Leonard was already down.
Leonard picks up the first down. And another injured Carroll Tiger on the field. No turnovers, Jeff, officially in this game yet, so not sure who this can't quite get a number on that. But let's take another quick timeout, and the Pirates lead the Tigers 22-16, 8:20 to play in the ball game. All right, the injured player for the Tigers is number 36, Emmanuel Glad, and looks like he may have done something to that right arm. Hopefully he will be okay as well.
Hope so too, Alan. I got a score update if you want it from Moody and Beeville. We got Moody's up 46-36, 8:42 left to play in the game.
And you'll have the highlights coming up on Chris 6 Sports here in a little while. So London did pick up the first down. They got 1st and 10 here from their own 47-yard line. And another huge run here by number 12. That's Danye Castaneda, and he picks up another first down all the way down to about the 24-yard line.
There he is, the main man. He and Ty Leonard, the two weapons on offense that we talked about. I mean, they can go so many places. And when you have a guy like Danye Castaneda, and then you have the Gonzalez twins, and then you have a Rispe, I mean, it really opens up the offense in ways that many teams don't have the ability to.
Especially for an enrollment of a 3A school. I mean, when you got a lot of
Truly.
talent like that. Yeah. So they get it down to the 26, first down, and they're running more clock now. It's their ally. 7:36 to play in the ball game. And it's another big run here for the Pirates. Number 2, Ace Navarro, down to about the 17, 18-yard line. A little bit shy of a first. And this is what they were doing last time, Jeff. Remember, they were driving it down the field. They were running with authority, and eventually Leonard was the one that capped it off with the touchdown run.
Yeah, and this right here, I mean, 7 minutes left, and you have to know Robbie Moreno's going to slow it down. That's what they've been doing when they get down into the red zone, especially now with 7 minutes left to play in the game, only up 6. Every play matters.
All right, so 1st and 10. Leonard will take off on his own. There's nothing there. It's a nice tackle.
Yeah, really nice play there.
By number 54, Gavin Tovar. Nice play by Gavin Tovar by the Tigers. They're going to lose about, I'm not sure, maybe 1 yard.
Yeah, I think so.
Hard to tell. But you see the clock, Jeff. It's winding
ticking
down. Carroll
and
is wanting to get that ball back. It's 6:21 to play in the game.
You know, and Alan, I think, obviously head coach Robbie Moreno wants to be able to score and give his team some breathing room on the scoreboard, make it a 2-possession game. Have to imagine he's got to be somewhat content with maybe giving the ball to Carroll in the shadow of their own end zone and saying, hey, try to beat us.
Timeout for London here with 6:08. Other games tomorrow night, Jeff, that we'll have on the Fever tomorrow night. This is an interesting ball game. Taft has a pretty good ball club this year. They're at home tonight, are hosting it tomorrow night. They're taking on Refugio. We'll have that game. What do you think about Taft's chances in that ball game?
Taft has started off the year really, really well. I mean, a lot better than many people expected, except they lost last week. I believe it was to Kennedy. I mean, that's a tough loss, and it doesn't get any either. I mean, easier. We both know Refugio, the defending state champs in 2A Division I, and head coach Jason Herring, he doesn't rebuild, he reloads. They're undefeated so far to start the year. The craziest thing about the Refugio team this year, though, Alan, they're not playing a single game at home this year.
Isn't that crazy? Their stadium is just not fit to have. It's not safe right now.
No.
And the other big game I'm looking forward to tomorrow night, you got Flower Bluff going to Rockport after Rockport with a big win over Miller last Friday. I talked to Coach Steinberg today over at Flower Bluff, and he's really, really nervous about that game, and for good reason, and we'll have highlights of that game tomorrow also. All right, so here we go. It is another big third down play, about 3rd and 5 for London to keep this drive alive. Let's see what they draw up, and you see Leonard back, and he's pressured. He'll roll right, he'll throw into the end zone, and that looked like he didn't catch the ball. It was a good effort.
I thought it may have been a premature whistle there, if I'm being honest. And now decision time.
Oh, you got to go for it.
Or do you attempt and kick a field goal?
Well, depends if you got a kicker that can make it from there. I'm not sure who they have. We'll see what happens. They're going to go for it here. This is your ball game if you're the Carroll Tigers. You have to stop them right here if they have any chance to win this football game. 4th and 5. See if London can convert.
Oh, wide open.
But he's going to he had a chance to get stopped, but he's going to get the first? I don't know. It's going to be close. I thought Carroll might stop him early enough, but
The initial broken tackle.
Yeah.
And they had him, and I think you're going to have to bring out the chains just to make
Ace
sure, and that's what they're going to do.
Navarro with a great effort there by London. This is your ball game, folks. If he gets the first down, that may do it, but let's see.
I think they might have gotten it.
Boy, look at Coach Rodriguez. He's coming all the way out on the field.
He might want to go back. He's going to get himself a flag.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to do that. He
out.
can get himself a flag.
You don't see many of these anymore where they stretch the chains like in the old days.
It's the best.
I love it. He did not get it. He's short by about 2 inches?
Wow.
Carroll
What a
Tigers.
stop by the Carroll Tigers.
Biggest fourth down play of the night so far.
And what are they debating now?
Well, I can't think of why, unless they're not spotting the ball in the right spot or didn't bring out the chain and put it in the right spot. You see Coach Moreno standing right there.
This ball is short, folks.
I don't know what the truth is in the chain, right? No.
Oh, my goodness. What is going on?
I'm not sure what's happening here. I think there's a mix-up in where to put the chain.
And it is still short.
This is the biggest decision of the game. It is.
There it is, and I don't know what the confusion was about there, Alan.
I'm not sure either, but I guarantee you.
Unnecessary.
Well, Carroll Tigers hold. They're going to get the ball now. They've got plenty of time. 5:58 to go. They've got a timeout in their pocket.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, that's eternity.
Plenty of time, and if there's one man I want back there, it's Gabriel Garza. The way he has commanded this offense, the way he has calmed them down, gotten them past adversity of the penalties. He is the man to drive this team down and try to get their first win in 2 years, Alan.
Well, he's
2
got a
years.
chance. It's in his hands right now. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's the operator. He's got the keys to the car, and they're going to start from the 17-yard line. They're down 6, and they're going to start with a run play. And I believe that's Garza there. There's just nothing there. Not much. And we saw this last time, Jeff, when Carroll was deep in their own territory. They ran the ball until they could get up to about the 30. Then they began to open it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Clock continues to run. You see it, 5:37 and counting. Tigers down 6.
And look at Andre Sanders down, covered one-on-one. He has been open deep a couple of times. Do they go to him one-on-one on a fly route here? Try to break something open very quickly.
Well, he's looking that
There it
way
is.
down. He is going to Sanders, and he's, in and out of the hands. Oh, my goodness. They had a chance to really get a big one on that play, but they couldn't convert.
Got to come up with those plays. In situations like that, have to catch the football.
All right, so now it's 3rd and 8, and they don't get it here. They're going to have to punt.
Yeah, I mean, and look, there's no harm in punting. You give the ball back. 5 minutes in a game where the clock stops as often as it does in high school football, plenty of time.
All right, London looking to make a big play on defense here. Let's see if they can do it. Carroll needs a big play on offense. 3rd and 8. And they're going to go deep. They're going for Sanders, and just a little overthrown. And we're going to get a pass interference call. It's going to be an automatic first down for the Tigers.
I'm not sure about this. I think this might have been uncatchable, Alan. If they were going to call uncatchable on the previous pass interference call on Carroll, I think this might have been uncatchable as well. And that's what head coach Robbie Moreno is protesting about over on the other side. And
looks like they may pick the flag up.
Wow.
Nope, they're going to call holding against the defense. That's an automatic first down for the Tigers. They're going to get new life. Oh, my goodness. Wow. We're in for a
treat, Alan.
We're in for a barn burner here, yeah.
Second game on TV this year, first doing it together.
I tell you what, Coach Dubroff here has been pretty good with some of the calls here. You called it. You had Sanders one-on-one all by himself, and Tigers tried to go to him 2 plays in a row. So it's 1st and 10 for Carroll. They're at their own 29-yard line officially. They're down 6. They got 5 minutes left to play. London needs to come up with a big defensive stop here if they want to win this football game, and they've had plenty tonight. The defense has played really well for London.
Still lots of field ahead of them, and look, top of your screen, you have a loose coverage there being played by Preston Cazalas. And Ben Sandoval, the sophomore receiver who has just been absolutely superb tonight. Can he come up with another big play? And remember, still 5 minutes left. Don't need to go for the long throw now, but always an option with the two speedy receivers on the outside.
Low snap. Throwing across. Caught. Number 22 with a nice catch there. That is Leroy Rodriguez. And you're right. They didn't go for the home run ball that time. They just wanted to pick up 5-6 yards and a few yards at a time. Keep the chains moving. Run the clock.
Talk about a great, great football game.
Well, I know that Carroll was super fired up with this game simply because it was their first game of the year. They didn't really know what to expect. They hadn't really hit anybody else except for that one scrimmage last week. So here we go, 2nd down, 2nd and 4.
Oh, he got in there.
Yeah, it was a
Great
nice
blitz.
It's almost like they knew what they were going to call on that play. There was simply nowhere to go there for Sylvester Hardeman. So this is a huge 3rd down play now for Carroll. They've got to convert if they want to keep this drive alive. 3rd and 4.
Ryan Rivas just got in there and blew that play up right in between the A gap, or excuse me, the B gap in between the guard and the tackle.
Clock is winding down. It's 4:06 to play in the ball game.
And now I think you've hit the point of no return, Alan. This is all 4-down territory.
By definitely, without a doubt. Here we go. Let's see what the Tigers can do. And a little underthrown. 4th and 4.
You got to get that up, Alan. Got to get that up. If anything, it was short, but if you get it up, he's able to just fall backwards for the 1st down. Now, what do you call here? I mean, try to go deep, but I would look for something over. I would look for a dig route over 10, 12 yards over the middle.
I think Ben Sandoval is the guy here, number 88. He's had some big catches tonight, and I think he's
Sorry, go ahead, Alan.
No, I'm just saying he's a guy they could look at here. I would not be surprised, but
he's got one-on-one. Looks like they're going man-to-man here. Look for something, a dig route or a slant over the middle.
4th and 4. And, oh, what a catch! All the way down. That's a 1st down, down to the 50-yard line. That was Hardeman out of the backfield. Look at the replay here. I think it is a one-hander. Let's look at it. Whoa, my gosh, that's the best catch of the night right there. And it was 4th and 4, and the Tigers convert. And we got an injured London Pirate on the field. Let's see. Can't quite get a number. All right, we have an injury timeout. You're watching Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas. We're back after this quick timeout. That was Reed Rosie-Paul, the injured Pirate, as he walks off the field. Hopefully he'll be okay. Tigers have got new life. They're at the 50-yard line after an incredible catch by Sylvester Hardeman. Here we go. They got 1st and 10, 3:36 to play. They're down 6. And the pass caught. That's about a 7-yard pickup down to about the 43-yard line. 2nd and 3.
Gabe Garza locked in. That might have been his best throw of the entire drive. You can see he's limping a little bit. Right ankle's bothering him. Let's see if he can push off of this.
He's a gamer.
He is limping. It looks actually, I believe it's his left ankle.
Down to 3 minutes in the ball game. Tigers down 6. They need a touchdown. Need 6 to tie and just the extra point to take the lead. And that's Garza running the ball despite the gimpy leg or ankle or foot. That's a first down to the 39-yard line.
Described it perfectly. He's a gamer. He has been so impressive tonight, Allen. Really has been.
This game is going to come down to the very last play. I've got a feeling. And we're going to have a time. Well, we got an injury.
Looks like a cramp.
On the London side. So here's the situation if you just joined us. There's 2 minutes and 52 seconds left in regulation. London has a 6-point lead, 22-16. Carroll's got the ball, and they're driving. They just picked up a huge fourth down conversion. And if they can score the touchdown, Jeff, it's going to come down to the extra point.
Absolutely, and it's going to come down to what you and I talked about, was whether or not Carroll should go for 1 or 2. I said they should go for 1. They listened to you instead of me. They got the 2-point conversion, and now have set up a situation where you're right. A touchdown and an extra point is going to win this game, depending on how much time is left on the clock. Obviously, Carroll needs to get down and score this football.
I believe Carroll has 1 timeout left.
Each team does. Each team does.
All right, so.
And wouldn't that be something?
Man. All right, here we go. Tigers with the football. First, actually, yeah, it is. First down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Garza back, looking, being pursued, going down the right sideline. Got him. It's picked off.
Wow.
It's intercepted. Our first turnover of the football game, and it's Preston Caslis picks it off. And you were just talking about you don't want to turn the ball over in this situation.
Yeah, I 1st and 10 on your own 39. The way the offense was moving, they had this in control. I mean, look, that type of stuff happens, but I don't think you just can't make that throw in a situation like that. And, Gabe Garza will learn, and hopefully they have an opportunity to get the ball back. Look, London's deep in territory. This game's not over. Carroll very well could get the ball back with some time, but one first down is going to end this game, Allen.
Preston Caslis with the biggest defensive player of the night with the big INT. There's 2 minutes, 28 seconds to play. Carroll can stop the clock once with a timeout. So London has the ball, as you mentioned, Jeff, deep in their own territory. And what do we got here? Change of possession. Let's see what the call is.
An illegal substitution.
So that's going to make it what? 1st and 5?
1st and 5, and now that, gives them a little breathing room, and that's what we kind of talked about there, Alan. The 5-yard penalties that have really come back to hurt Carroll in situations such as this.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 5 now. London on their own 11-yard line. A little over 2 minutes left of the game. London up 6. It's been a good one from Cavanis tonight. And they're going to pick up a first down. That's all the way down to the 22-yard line. Danye Castaneda doing what he does best, and that's move the chains. He's done that all night long.
Yep, and now the clock continues to run. The question is now, if
when
I'm
does
head
Carroll
coach,
stop it? Yeah.
Exactly. Also, if I'm head coach Robbie Moreno, I tell my guys, don't get the first down. That's only going to stop the clock.
Well, interesting, the play clocks are not working tonight, so we really don't know how many seconds are actually on the play clock, so they're having to keep that on the field.
Yeah.
So I imagine the referee is having to tell the quarterback how much time's left.
Mm-hmm.
You see the clock. It's 1:55 to go. First down.
There you go.
And Leonard with about 4.
And now if I'm Juan Rodriguez, I call a timeout.
Yeah, you have to here.
Unless he's going to wait for the 3rd down. If they get to 3rd down.
Yeah,
Because once if they get it here, it's over. I would call a timeout.
Well, the clock continues to run. You see it. Carroll still with that one timeout, and they're not using it yet. 1:24, 1:23. And Coach Moreno is saying, run the clock, run the clock. Run it down as far as you can. I think theoretically they can just run the clock out with 2 more plays.
Mm-hmm. First down here ends it, despite the fact Carroll does have a timeout.
That's Leonard up the middle, and that's going to do it for. That's a first down, and Leonard's going to secure it right there. And the London Pirates are going to win this football game. Wow, they're going to make history tonight. They're going to beat a Class 5A school. They're going to win this football game. They're going to go to 3-1. What a start for the London Pirates.
Yeah, I mean, in a game where the little things really matter, they came up big. And, kudos to Carroll coming out in their first game of the season against a team in their fourth, as we mentioned numerous times. They looked really good tonight. Carroll looked very, very good. Tough loss, but they're going to learn from this.
London did all the things they had to do tonight, Jeff, especially, and convert on third down. They did it all night long.
Yeah, it was really astounding. Ty Leonard, massive gain from him. And, Danya Castanetti, you saw it towards the end. A really, really good game by London, and it's a 3A team that comes out. They beat a 5A school for the first time in the program history, and they're going to be very good this year.
Well, that's your ball game. London wins it tonight, 22-16. London improves now to 3-1. Carroll falls to 0-1. Join us next Thursday. We'll be right back here at Cavanis Field. We'll have another big ball game. It'll be Veterans Memorial, a team a lot of people like to win the district championship this year. They'll play the King Mustangs, led by their new head coach, Doug Foster. We'll be here at 7 o'clock next Thursday. We are so glad you tuned in tonight. It was a wonderful ball game. Thank you to Jeff Dubroff. Good job, Jeff. Glad to have you on the program tonight. Look forward to having you next Thursday. And again, the final score, London 22 and Carroll 16. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Have a great evening. Good night, everybody.